Welcome inside Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and our final game of this Sunday afternoon as the Saints U18 side takes on the Boston Hockey Academy Dukes. Matt Ellis in the broadcast booth with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Justin Bayers from Camas, Utah will get the start in net for the Saints. And the far side is the 32. And we'll get that one for you in process. Dumped down in the backside corner. Kicked around here, Miller K works that one forward for Michelli. Gates in, Michelli fires one up high. Blyle chases it for Chern. Michelli. It's dumped into the backside corner. Kicked around, and Rose will pull that one through the middle. Rose for Morgan. Tanner Morgan, one of the players we mentioned through a number of these broadcasts last year, and a whistle as icing will be called, will bring us all the way down in front. For the 10 of Hutchinson Rose, as we were working to try to verify the BHA roster that got handed to us, and we just want to make sure that we have all the right names and numbers. Rylan Benner is the starting goalkeeper for BHA. For the forward, Tyler Kirchner. Kirchner tries to work that one around the backside. We'll get that one free for the 14 of Caden Coronel. Coronel, Naples, Florida. Worked there with the 6 of Ethan Hoover from Cary, North Carolina. Carried out and through the neutral zone, Jacob Zierhold. Rancho Cucamonga, California. Ludovic Fillion from Neptune in Canada. To the 14 in white and red of Austin Doyle from Midland, Texas. And a hard shot kicked aside from Benner. Doyle right at the blue line as Fitzgibbon gets in the middle of the proceedings. Patrick Fitzgibbon, East Greenwich, Rhode Island, called his name a number of times. A key center player for the Saint side. Jaden Sakura is calling for it. Sakura has it as he drops one for Fitzgibbon, and then Sakura got hit hard from behind. In front of the 32 of Bayers, as that one is flicked all the way down, icing will be the call. Face-off win shot high from the 21 of Xavier Sharon, and that one's wide in space, and trying to get there first was Hayden Campbell, and instead Benner gets there before. Hayden Campbell, Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. As that one hits the ceiling, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Plymouth Meeting, outside of the Plymouth Meeting Mall and the associated restaurants around that area, is the transit spot of where the highways through the Philadelphia area connect into the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Hard shot from Ronnie Hill. Deflects off of the post. May have gotten a piece of Benner in the process. Reverse side from Colton Whitfield. Whitfield, a former Bishop Hendricken product, now here in the Mount program. Couple of players have made their way up here from Warwick. Benner will hold on to that one. We'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. We mentioned Giacomo Caleri in the last game. Played for Hendricken last year, now here. Noah Mertz on this roster. Warner. Rose. Backhander from Rose, snagged by Benner out of midair. Face-off won by BHA. Jacob Heron tried to turn that one. Carry it out of the zone craftfully, and then Logan Vigneault fires one. Kicked aside by Bayers, chased all the way back by Fillion. Fillion scoops and carries through the neutral zone. Fillion works with Vigneault on one side. Bayers sends that one deflecting off of him up into the netting, and a stoppage of play. – 10:58 left to go here in the first, as Mount will win that face-off, carried forward for Yaros. Yaros pulls off into the corner, sends one across, and it deflected off of a fast approaching 8 of Ben Lee's. And the Windham, New Hampshire native could not turn that one completely. Lees on the face-off. Punches that one down into the corner. Sakura trying to kick that one around. Lees gets it back to him. Jaden Sakura right in the center slot. Carries out into the corner. Lees now in the slot, and that one scoots right past him. Shearholt had it. And then all of the miscommunications offside is called. Don't forget you can follow us on social media, Fans Only Sports Network. Just search us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all those things at FOSPORTZ. You don't want to miss out on highlight reels post-game of all of the action, and of course always be able to know when our next broadcast is. Game schedules as they come through the weeks. All RIC&M's home games in the 23-24 season right here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be back in Adelard next weekend. Regular schedule action next week before we get into the particulars of the mini tournaments and seasons inside of things. Northeast Pack play begins in 2 weeks' time. Montaldo for the 12 of Earhart. Earhart, Montaldo, and Campbell out there with Fitzgibbon and Whitfield. So this line has just one adjustment to it, in the addition of Hayden Campbell to it. Bears will freeze that one. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Eight and change as Michelli tries to chase that one, looking for a little bit of help there from Kay. Back for Warner. Warner fire one bouncer in front, scores! It popped up for Miller Kay. He's going to put it home, and the Saints are on the board. They'll give Ryan Warner the assist on Miller Kay's goal. And it's 1-0 Saints. Warner popped right in front, shot score. Logan Vigneault on a quick turnaround, and this game's tied. Doyle. Bears goes open on the back door. This one's going to get sent all the way down. Icing will be called. Rose. Menzel. On the backside has been Yo, works here, and Bayers will curl that one into his bread basket, and Menzel and the 10 of Trevor Ponath go dancing. And they're going to send Menzel and Ponath both to the box. The two California kids will have a moment to sit and think about things. Kai Menzel, San Marcos, California. Trevor Ponath, Roseville, California. As Jake Georgie tried to poke that one through, and offside is called. For Miller Kay, that was his second goal of the season for the Ottawa, Ontario native. Ryan Warner picks up his first assist of the season for the gentleman from Maple Glen, PA. Kicked aside by Bayers, far side. Morgan's going to pick this one up. Tanner Morgan got as far as the middle of the circle. Legs cut out from underneath of the Duke's number. And that one caroms around on the opposite side for Montaldo. Montaldo again inside, hit right into the center of the chest of Kirchner. Montaldo one more time, open for Morgan, can't get it to go. Lees. Morgan, Montaldo off of the blocker pad, curled back. And Rose couldn't get it to fall. Mertz, Montaldo hit traffic inside. Good glove from Rose. Mertz inside, tic-tac-toe score! Mertz got it right across, and it caromed off of Benner's pad onto the stick of Hutchinson Rose. And the Duxbury, Massachusetts native picks up his first goal of the season. 2-1 scoreline for the Saints. Sakura got all sorts of tied up there at the center, and then a tie-up too between Francois and the 23 of Whitfield. Colton Whitfield with the biscuit sends that one around for Mertz on the opposite side. Ben Lees for Mertz. Mertz carries forward over laps. Lees had Sakura leading forward. Back in center ice for Mertz. Kicked around to the outside. This one will get horseshoed all the way through. Sakura will pick past Warner. Warner. Turnover. Save made from Bayers. And a whistle and a stoppage of play and offside is the call. We'll get a face-off at center ice. And the penalty boxes are empty. So we play five-a-side hockey. Maxim Chi. Artem Cheppel now for the Dukes as it came back through for Chi once again. Cheppel. Earhart gets bumped hard. Can't get that one out of the zone for the Saints. Fitzgibbon, Campbell. Campbell worked that one through. Fitzgibbon fired one and a kick save from Benner. Big shot from Georgie goes wide. Jake Georgie, Crystal Lake, Illinois, controls that one and sends it forward for David Earhart from Manhattan Beach, California. A lot of Midwest, West Coast vibe off of this U18 side. Puck open in front. Fitzgibbon trying to poke that one home. Earhart trying to poke it home. Nobody can get it. Bear splashes the leather. And a stymie on Gabriel Francois. 3:34 left to play here in the first. Today's first period on Panzoli Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Loose puck in front and a stop made by Benner. As Omicelli right on the doorstep there, looking for the insurance policy. Miller K takes the faceoff. Gates Omicelli trying to pull that one back. Still loose in front. Comes back across from K. Kicked off of the blue line. Montaldo is going to pick this one up. Carries it back. Saints reset. K. Hill. K. Back again. Looking for space on the opposite side. Nowhere to go. Montaldo. Right across that one. Caromed off of a boot inside. They were looking for Ronnie Hill. K. Cross to Hill. Back for Omicelli. Spun around from K. Fired wide. Omicelli scoops this one back up for Hill on the opposite side. 2:20 left to go here in the period. Kept in by Noah Mertz. Hill may have gotten a piece of Benner's pads as it trickles out into the corner. Coronel. Coronel looks there for the 22 in green of Ludic Pillen. Mertz. Hard shot from Tanner Morgan. And Colton Whitfield will scoop this one up now. Morgan carries through the neutral zone. Tanner Morgan continues on his own, tried to drop that one quickly for Ethan Yang. Ethan Yang, Valencia, California. One of the newer names on this Mount U18 side. Open space in front. Players flying everywhere. And Morgan could not put that one in. Mertz for Whitfield. In the final minute to go here in the first period of play, Colton Whitfield rides that one up the side of the net. Tanner Morgan. Morgan curled back, tries to kick it through traffic. It slid right along the back side and went around. Mertz fires one, got a piece of Benner's glove and then a piece of the post, and then it flies up into the seating section and right in front of our broadcast position. Lees lost that face-off opportunity for Chappell. Chappell takes it all the way back himself. Chappell trying to set this one up with Sheldon Alexander in the middle. They've got the 23 of Maxim G, and Bears will stop that one. Sakura face-off win for Lees. Poke checked off of his stick, back through. Trying to be turned there by Doyle. Doyle picks this one up to Lees. Getting bumped and a penalty is going to get called as Yaros got knocked to his knees. And interference is the call. They're going to say Yaros was attempting to turn with the puck. And Jacob Herron's going to go in the box. 4 seconds left to go here in the period. And barring something crazy, we will see a large portion of this power play to come in the second period of play as the horn will sound. 17 in the books. 2 periods left to go and a 2-1 scoreline for Mount. 1 after 1. As we welcome you back to Adelard Arena and we get set for second period action. Minute 56 of power play time for the Saints to start this second period of play as they are attending to an issue with the ice in the crease area. To our left, looks like a bit of a hole in the ice. So as the referees work to fix that one up, Justin Bears in net for the Saints. Ryan Benner. Rylan Benner in net for the BHA Dukes. And a power play as O'Michelli taps that one across for Hill. Back for Sakura right in the center, couldn't turn it. Comes back for O'Michelli again. Hill. Kai Menzel open in space up top, calling for it. Menzel gets it, doesn't take the shot. Hill had his stick wound, pulls the trigger on that one, kicked aside by Benner. Menzel. K. Wrapped through. O'Michelli had an opportunity. Split that one out for Sakura. And Sakura didn't get it to flip. That one went right across the mouth of the goal. K kicks one back. Menzel. Fired one into traffic. K kicked it back. Menzel again. Still more traffic as K gets tied up with the form Tyler Kirchner. Menzel across. Sakura in the middle. 9 seconds left to go on the advantage. Trying to spin one for K. Karamzov will go all the way down. Stoppage of play with the advantage will essentially be over. 1 second left as we get the stoppage of play. Jacob Herron will be out of the box on the drop of the puck. He is. And a turn back on the face-off opportunity here for Whitfield. Morgan, Rose, Whitfield. Trying to come across for Morgan, intercepted there and taken away by Sharon. Whitfield defensively. And a collision between Whitfield and Sharon. Drop back pass, firing one high and wide is Rose. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Tanner Morgan chases that one to the back corner. First to get there, though, is Jacob Herron. Herron tries to whip it around for BHA, held into the zone instead for a moment as Whitfield and Yang work with that one along the line. Yang. Herron got in the way of it, carried out of the zone here quickly by Sharon. 21-22 as Sharon tried to pick that one for Philly, and Morgan got in the way of it. Tanner Morgan shot, save made by Benner. Keeps it a 2-1 scoreline. Lee's Sakura. And Sakura tries to peel this one out of the corner. Nowhere for him to go. Comes all the way back opposite side now for Warner. Sakura. Long pass for Francois. Gabriel Francois sent one to Trevor Poneth as Francois was balling away into the boards. And Justin Bayers may have gotten his boot on it. Bayers splits the wickets and makes the save. And extra discussions after the fact with Sheldon Alexander and Noah Mertz. And Mertz is going to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. And that penalty box door has been an issue all day long. Here's Earhart, shorthanded for the Saints. Earhart bumped from the side there by Alexander. Menzel will carry this one back through. Menzel dumps it down into the far side corner. Chappell will pick it up. Chappell through the neutral zone. Runs into a brick wall of Austin Doyle. And it will scoot all the way down. Icing will be the call. Face off one. Bears snags that one out of midair from Fillion's attempt. We're going to stop it to play. 11:58. 1:11 left on the penalty to Mertz. Scoots on the opposite side of the blue line as they were going draw play with Ethan Hoover. Hoover will chase this one back behind his own net. Leaves it for Fillion. Fillion will pick that one up as he carries forward. Fillion ducking underneath the 25 of Jake Georgie. Hoover. Fillion. Fillion once again after a little tap over to Sharon. Heads up, headed the other way. Ronnie Hill, shot, score! Ronnie Hill picks up his first goal of the season. The Saco Maine native gets the shorty. Cornell. BHA trying to move through the middle, and this one's going to be kicked back through, and we're going to get a face-off at center for things of being in the offsides variety. Whitfield dumps that one into the far side corner. Kay chases that one. Carried back out. As Whitfield was the last line on one side. Omicelli and Kay as they re-enter the zone. Kay gets shoved down in the corner. Taps across for Hill. Blue line for the 14 of Austin Doyle as he fired that one into traffic. Whitfield, Omicelli. Gates Omicelli sends that one across for Doyle. Doyle will carry it through the neutral zone. Doyle gets a little bit of a pick there from Whitfield, dropped one back, and an opportunity that slid through from Miller Kay. Spinning puck sent by Doyle through Hill, and it negated anything of an icing to be called. That one's going to pop up right into near our broadcast position, and out of play will create a stoppage of play. Nine and change left to go here in this second period. Morgan bouncing, will not get that any further through. Warner drops one for Menzel. Menzel got his legs knocked out from underneath him. Arm goes up, the whistle sounds. Tripping will be the call. Trevor Poneth to the box for two, and it'll put the Saints on the power play. And a spot to be. Quick the other way. Bayers will stuff the door on that one. The opportunity from Vigneault. Our apologies as we're working to fix a scoreboard control issue, and we do have that resolved now. 3-1 is our score, and 8:45 left to play here in the second. And 23 of Maxim Chi. He takes the face-off. Colton Whitfield, the 23 in red, white, and blue as he wins that one. Morgan at the blue line. Morgan rubbed off of the play there by Hoover, and it's sent all the way down. Yang taps one for Montaldo. Montaldo got a little spun around. Whitfield for Morgan. Morgan tried to dump behind him, nobody there. This one is going to bounce all the way down the ice, and icing will be the call. Follow everything going on Fans Only Sports Network, including highlights from today's action. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all those crazy things at FOSPORTZ. And as always, you can follow us on the World Wide Web www.fansonlysports. That's fansonlysportz.com. That's also your home for all live and on-demand broadcasts of RI St. M's hockey in the 23-24 season. That one may have gotten a piece of the post for a moment. Shelley as it fired past Benner. Menzel. Skura. Open door for Hill. No. Shut by Benner. Hill looking for his second of the game. 9 seconds remaining on the power play. They play with 7:20 left to go here in this second period. Final of 3 games today. 15's picked up a decisive win. 16's picked up a decisive win. Given the puck. Yeah, it's good. Quick stop from Benner right on the face-off. As standing straight in front was Earhart. Fillion. Rose. Check that. My apologies. That's the 10 of Trevor Poneth. Mertz. Earhart. Picked up by Francois. Francois and Mertz as Poneth's on the opposite side. Francois fires up over top of Bears. Herron on the far side runs into a wall. Campbell, save made, bouncing back in front, and another save from Benner. And extracurriculars after the play. Kirchner for the Dukes. Came all the way back out, kicked in from Austin Doyle. Georgie bounced right past him, carries across. Belial, that one gets fired high and wide. Again to the far side was the attempt at the blue line area that came from the 4 of Kirchner. Left sitting is Lees trying to pick that one up. Skura trying to look for an opportunity as well. Couldn't turn. Sakura pokes, checks this one through. Banyeros kicked back for Jake Georgie. Georgie tried to pull the trigger, missed that one underneath. Back through the neutral ice area, carried along. The 18 is Jason Zagami. Sakura all the way down. Benner moves that one forward for Chappell. Yang. Peeled for Chappell. Alexander Morgan. Whitfield right in front, scores! Whitfield flicked it across the mouth of the goal, and standing on the back side was Hutchinson Rose. Rose will pick up the goal, and it's 4-1. Hutchinson Rose picks up a big one for the Saints. Triple insurance now at 4-1. 4 left to go here in this second period. Bears has to kick one aside. Rose looks to pull that one out off of his defensive blue line, and offside is called. Kay in a board battle with Cheryl Menzel. Hill. And it will wobble its way all the way back through the neutral zone. Into the corner for Warner. Hill. Kay. Vermicelli. Menzel. Curls back over. Hard shot and a save made from Benner. .248 remaining here in what has been a pretty well-paced second period. Campbell will chase this one back in the neutral zone. Turns on a dime. Campbell and Earhart trying to go along the far side. Fitzgibbon right there. Kicked aside from Benner right in front of Fitzgibbon. Couldn't get a piece of wood on it. Center ice for the Tenneponeth. Put that one across. Francois pushed it all the way into the far side corner. Poneth for Vigneault. Earhart. Fitzgibbon. Oh, it hit the post. Fitzgibbon had the backhander and it hit the post. Face off to Benner's right with 2 left to go in the period. Lees. With speed from the 21 of Xavier Sharon. 21 and 2. 2 is Jacob Heron. Works with Sharon on the backside line. They try to kick that one forward, looking for Zagami. Broken stick. Was that from Benyaros as the blade went one way and the shaft the other. From one face-off to the next one as a stoppage of play will create another face-off. Whitfield curls around the backside, trying to turn this one as Chappell for the Dukes. Nowhere for him to go. Yaros. Last minute of play here in the second period of play. Carams around through the neutral zone. Off the side boards, Chappell trying to get that one forward, looking for Chi. Nowhere for him to go. And a whistle and a stoppage of play and a penalty for cross-checking. And it may be the 23 of Colton Whitfield. It is. And Whitfield goes into the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking. With just seconds left here in the second. Face-off will come far corner from us. To the right side of Justin Bayers. Bayers makes the save on the attempt that came from Fillion. "20 seconds left to go here. An attempt from Sharon knocked down, and Sharon then knocked down. Hard shot from Chi. That one goes long. It will bounce around at the blue line. One final attempt will not work as Ethan Hoover is dispossessed by Kai Menzel. And we reach the end of 2. And after the end of the period, a shot took out the 11 of Tanner Morgan, and Morgan is looking there's a chat going on at center ice with Noah Mertz, and now coming into that chat is Gates Michelli. And they are going to give a roughing minor to Logan Vigneault. So 124 of matching 4-on-4 time and a small power play opportunity for the Saints to start the third, but they lead 4-1 after 2. You're watching RA St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. one final stanza of play. And a 4-1 scoreline and coincidentals standing on the penalties side of things. So we get started here 4-on-4. Apologies for a little bit of clock misconfigurations as we get that one sorted out. Colton Whitfield in the box for 50 more seconds before the Saints will go on a power play. Noah Mertz. Oh, Mertz across the backside. Fitzgibbon. Earhart in the slot. Mertz cut around, and that one was Warner trying to see if he could flick it back. Mertz. Fitzgibbon. Earhart back to Mertz. Warner once again. And that one is Earhart. Earhart backdoor kicked away by Benner. Whitfield will come out of the box in 3, 2, and 1. And as he is, it's now going to be an icing. And a face-off will come to the far side. Gives us a chance to resync our clock to the game clock. 15 and a half left to go here in regulation. Montaldo has that one bounce off of him. Ludwig Fillion carries forward for the Dukes. Montaldo dropped that one. Fillion ran into him. Hill gets run into the boards by Fillion. Puck pops out for Menzel. Kai Menzel kicks around for Jack Montaldo. Jack Montaldo from Comic, New York, to the two of Kai Menzel from San Marcos, California. Gates Omicelli and Ocean Stater from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Kai. That one got flicked up over top. And Omicelli in the corner. Now you've got the fun of the broadcaster's curse. Kai Menzel playing out there for a moment with Miller K. So Kai and K. Curled and carried out of the zone here by Zagami. Zagami run out of the play by Doyle. Doyle will flick that one over into the corner. Wrist flick doesn't work from Pettigrew. Good idea. Give Hunter Pettigrew the A for effort. And to the line we made earlier in a game, you can find a city in Canada and put a history of hockey to it. And of course, Henrik Pettigrew from Rimouski. And Rimouski, one of the well-known Canadian juniors programs, a number of times over have we seen Rimouski in the Memorial Cup as that one skies high into the net. $13 and change left to play. past Bayers as it bounces around defensively. Took a weird line and a score from Ludwig Fillion. Fillion unassisted, and it's 4-2 with 12 and change. Saints are back in action next weekend. As they whistle for offside. We'll be back here on Friday the 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The U16s in Northeast Pack play against the Long Island Gulls. U18s will follow at 4 o'clock, also against the Long Island Gulls. Then on Saturday the 9th, BK Selects come to town, as it'll be a 4 o'clock face-off for the U16s, 6 o'clock for the U18s. And then on Sunday the 10th, East Coast Militia, BC Eagles, and a TBD coming to town. We will kick things off as the 16s take on East Coast Militia. U18s, a 12 o'clock game to be determined. We'll find that one out as we go over the course of the week. And then the U14s against the BC Eagles. All that action next week right here on Fans Only Sports Network, your home for St. M's home games in the 23-24 season. $11 and change left to play. Kicked aside and will be frozen to the pond by Benner. For the 23 of Maxim Chi. Chi got run out of the play, so too did the 11 of Sheldon Alexander. Earhart, and that one blocker patted aside. Chased back for the 14 of Doyle. Doyle for Menzel. Menzel got flung. And Kirchner off the sideboards. Doyle. Campbell. Offside. And Campbell and Belisle tangled up. Okay. Whitfield defensively peeled that one away from Zagami. Fillion. Weird bounce off of the stanchion. Hill went off the back of Kay's boot for Colton Whitfield. Kay. Hill. That one came back off of the glass and was bouncing around right in front. Before is kicked away by the BHA defense. K fired, save made Benner. Side of 10 left to go here in this third. Rose thought it was going to horseshoe all the way around for Mertz. Didn't work. Warner, now Mertz. Tanner Morgan. Warner. Bears kicked that one away. It was poke check by Vignel right on him. Lost puck at center. Morgan, Mertz, whistle. As we approach on 6 hours of hockey since opening face-off. The U18 puck drop was 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's now 10 minutes before 7. A long day here in one of the legendary barns of hockey in the United States. Our thanks to the entire Fans Only Sports Network team that helps put this together. Warner. Far side for a moment to Tanner Morgan. Came back for Warner and got knocked into the backside zone by Gabriel Francois. All right, San M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop, and by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. Ben Yaros trying to work that one through. Lees will chase this one to the far side boards. Immediately challenged there by Fillion. Jack Montaldo. Montaldo fired one. That one went high. Montaldo dumps that one deep into the corner for Jaden Sakura. Looking for a slot pass was Lees as he was looking for it from Yaros. Whitfield holds, fired, deflected by Yaros, went up over top of the net. Lees in the corner for Montaldo at the corner of the blue line. Back for Lees once again. Yaros from his knee as he was falling through. Tried to send that one. It went just wide. It gets past Whitfield. Will come all the way down, and icing will be the call. High school fall sports season kicks off Tuesday, as Fans Only Sports Network will be around the Ocean State for all the action. Check us out on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all those things at FOSPORTZ. Follow us on the World Wide Web. Fans Only Sports, it's fansonlysportz.com. And our great social media team already working on highlights of today's action. As Benner is going to freeze that one. Oh, what do we have here? Benner froze it. Mount thought it was a goal. Referee signaled in, and they said, no, we're just pointing about where the face-off is. It is not a goal. No, we stay 4-2. Menzel, and the arm goes up. Are we going to get a penalty? We are. Sheldon Alexander, La Quinta, California, will go to the box at a 10-minute misconduct. The one thing you can't do is open up your mouth and start chirping at the referee. And he's off to the dressing room. So Caden Coronel will be the man in the box to serve the 2-minute minor. And the day is done for Alexander. Omicelli, Menzel, Omicelli, Hill. Back for Menzel once again. That one's kicked all the way down. And Bayers will shepherd it to Hill. K. Sakura. Back for Menzel. Hill. And that one was just wide of the post. Menzel. Sakura. Works with Omicelli along the side boards. Back for Sakura once again. Sakura sends that one across for Hill. Hill looking for an angle. He's a little too far deep. Sakura scores! Jaden Sakura pulls the trigger on the pass from Ronnie Hill, and Sakura has his first goal of the season for the thoroughbred from Lexington, Kentucky. $5-5 and change. And a 3-goal lead really puts the screws in on this one. If you're BHA, Morgan underneath, tried to get that one around Heron, couldn't. Georgie, just a collision along the sideboards, came back for Morgan, and he tried to scoot that one over for Rose, couldn't get it to go. Ethan Yang, as he got the slot pass. Morgan, loose puck, finally corralled by Benner, will stop play. Whitehead. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was thinking about Whitfield. Seeing W's and thinking of players who have similar jersey numbers. Nick Whitehead, a part of this Mount program last year, now with the U.S. National Development Team. So too Matt Grimes, so too Conrad Fondrick. Will we see them in higher level Stars and Stripes jerseys perhaps sometime soon. Certainly all eyes for U.S. hockey outside of World Cup competitions are on the 26 Olympics. Lees. Montaldo gloves that one down in the neutral zone. Colton Whitfield. Turnover, and that one was fired by Chi. High and wide. Inside of 4 now. And a 3-goal standing lead for the Saints. 23 on 23 as Whitfield fights against Chi. Bayers flying all over the place, and the bulge of the net was Bayers' stick hitting, and that's going to be an icing as it rolls on its edge. Fitzgibbon, Earhart, Campbell through the middle. Campbell streaking away, fights through 2 defenders, continues to carry it on. Flicked for Fitzgibbon, comes back to the blue line, held there by by Doyle, and then fired forward for Benner to make the grab. 6 hours of hockey now complete. I think that's why we're starting to lose it. Campbell for Doyle. 3 minutes left to go in regulation here in the third of 3 games from Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island today. Earhart pokes that one. Far side for Heron. That one will get flicked all the way down. No icing called there. It was all within side of the zone. Off the side boards. Earhart, Doyle, and company trying to clear the zone out. Fitzgibbon has a hold on it. Fitzgibbon goes with Campbell. Fitzgibbon flicks one, save made by Benner. More UPSL action on Fans Only Sports Network as the inaugural season of UPSL Division 1 for Warwick City FC takes place right here. Home matches live and on demand on Fans Only Sports Network. They're in action to September 16th against KO Elites. All irony, same day as Eastern Hockey League action gets underway as HC Rhode Island gets ready for season number 2. They'll take on the Vermont Lumberjacks. That game available on Hockey TV, produced for HC Rhode Island by the team here at Fans Only Sports Network. Okay. Georgie, that was offsides. Can't sneak that one. And a little bit of chats between Hunter Belisle and Jake Georgie. .96 seconds separating us from the end of the day. Yang still trying to fight for that one. Gets it forward from Ertz. Past Yang, past Morgan. Waved the offsides, waved the icing. Nothing standing there. We continue on. Deflection off of the sideboards. Bears kicks that one away. Good attempt from Max Chi. "70 seconds. Chi inside Bears grabs it. Bears waffle boarded that one way up into the air. Gets pulled down by Whitfield. Underneath bodies, the puck somehow popped free. Still loose in front, now kicked away by Benner. Final 35 seconds to play as it's carried quickly here by Chappell. Taken away, and it's walked through the neutral zone by Morgan. Morgan continues to work around with it. Gets peeled off of him. Belisle tries to carry through. Belisle sends one that goes wide. Flicked by Morgan back into the neutral zone. It'll get picked up here. One final opportunity for Jake Herron. Karam's off of the glass all the way down. They will wave off icing. The horn will sound. "5-2. A final creates 3 wins for the Saints programming on the day. And that will do it for us here on Fans Only Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend for more RI Saints hockey. Good night.